morning and we're out in the countryside, kind of in the middle of nowhere here in Castellar. I am joining the club, which is the MarocAtlasGib4x4 off-roading club. Terribly exciting, dying to get into it. Let's just see what these cars can do. It's great to be out in the rugged countryside and away from the bustle of our city for a change, and I'm looking forward to seeing just what these cars are capable of. Alfred, we're down by a so-called bog.
That's the name we've given it, yes.
Well, it is a bog. It's all swampy and there's a lot of trees and mud and stuff like that. This is basically a playground for your cars.
It is not only a playground, but a place where we can actually do courses, which is what we are doing today, the event of the day, where we can get cars into situations that you can find yourself anywhere, anytime. Give them situations to see how they can deal with it. They've got winches on them, so they can use their own winch and they can pull themselves out. There's plenty of trees where they can hold until they can go up to the other end, onto the track again. Who hasn't got a winch and he finds himself in a situation, there are other elements which they can be used, which we are going to put into use now, and obviously you always are supposed to be with another car. You never go off-roading alone.
Right.
You know, it's one of the first of the regulations, don't go alone off-roading. Always take another car for those situations, because there is always another way where the car or can get behind you or in front of you and pull you out. There's a bit of a teamwork involved into it too.
So part of the course itself is making sure that the drivers have very good problem solving, that they're resourceful within the environment they're in at the moment, and helps them to get themselves out of trouble.
Yes, that's it.
So that's the idea behind doing the course in this area here.
Yes, yes, we have done courses in Gibraltar too, where we used to use the ability crusher, and there we just technical driving and getting to know your car, what accessories you've got, and things, because many people don't know, they've got 4x4s, but they really don't know what they have. So that's one of the things we started to do there. We've come over here now because I feel that they're ready for it, and they can come and get themselves in the real situation and see how they deal with it. This is one of the main things also that we have to take into account is environment, nature. We do go into bogs and we do use pads, but it's not rivers and all that. That's illegal in Spain and all over Europe.
Okay.
That's why we have to use this is why we have to use these places which we pay and play, as they call in UK.
Ah.
You know, this is something which has come from UK over here.
Yeah.
The idea comes from UK, and they actually got this place, and we actually pay, and we can spend here all day. We come here to have fun. We come here to learn. The idea is get people to really know their cars, know the car's limits and their personal limits, where you can actually, how far do you go?
Yeah.
You know, and obviously every time you're going, you will do more and more and more, because you get to know more your car.
It's a challenge.
It is a challenge. It's always a challenge. This one looks like he's not going to get anywhere. He's got lockers, which is a different system of the 4x4, where you actually lock your wheels. He's got, not all cars bring this. It's an accessory which you actually put into the car. It saves you in many situations, but when the car is just deeply down into the axle on the mud, it's impossible. That's what has happened to him. He doesn't want to use the winch, so he's going to try and use elements to get himself out. That's the idea, you know what I mean? It's not only use, because if you haven't got it, what do you do? He's got some things he's going to try, you know what I mean, before using his winch. Which I don't think he's going to do much with that long, but it's a good initiative. That's the initiative which really works.
It's my turn at the wheel, and I've never driven a 4x4 before, so here goes for the girls.
The car is now engaged in high gear, which is the normal way you use the car on the road.
On the road?
Yes, and sometimes here, depending on the terrain, you go on high. The terrain we are going to do now is better off to just engage it down from high to low.
You do this without putting the clutch in?
No, you don't need to put the clutch.
Okay.
We are engaged in low gear.
All right.
Now, that's the ratio of the actual gearbox that changes. Okay, and the car is go really, really slow, and you can control the car better.
Okay.
And it's got more power.
But you do drive it in much the same way? There's no difference to
There's
that?
no difference on the driving. The only thing is, of course, you're not driving on the road.
Right.
Now you'll have to do a little bit of technical driving.
Okay.
Which we will do now.
Okay, so arranco?
Yep.
There's no thinking. So we've got...
Okay, go forward. You're going to do a simple thing first, so you get to use. You can go to second gear, maintain it on second gear, and you can go tranquilo. You can even go, you're going to go that way, okay? But you can even get your foot out of the, when you're in low gear, you can get your foot out of the accelerator.
Okay.
Okay, and leave it.
It won't stall.
It won't stall. Okay, the car won't stall. You can. That's when you are doing technical driving, and you really need to go slow. Just get rid of your and you carry on. You can get out of the car.
Really?
Yeah, you can get out. You can get out of the car and you will carry on going after hearing it.
This is good for your bumps and your slopes. You just
That's
let it go.
the way you have to do it, and people just go on the pedal.
Right.
You see, now you go on the pedal, and you carry on. You don't need to change or anything. Open a little bit. Yeah. Open a little bit.
So I'm looking at accelerating a little bit here. In primera?
No. In primera just to go on because you're all completely tense.
Yeah.
You go in primera, you will do it in first gear.
Okay.
You get the feeling. First gear is very, very, very slow. You can let the accelerator go.
Now let it go.
The car will do it alone. Let the car do it alone.
Okay.
Let the car do everything alone.
Nothing. That goes on its own. It's freaky.
Okay, that's what people don't get to realize. Okay?
I see.
That's what I'm trying to teach people. And here, what they do, you've seen it. You don't need to do
You don't need to.
You need the car to do its job.
Well, I've noticed it's very, very gentle. So you've got to be very gentle with it.
You can. That's the way you should drive.
You should drive. Ahí estoy cogiendo el tranquillo.
Claro, that's what it is. Once you get used to the car and you feel the car, then it's easy. It's very easy. If you're driving right, it's very easy because the car does its own thing.
Wow.
Do you feel to go up the hill?
To go up which hill?
Well, you can down.
No. That really, really steep one?
Yeah.
Do you think? No, I don't think so. I could probably try.
First gear, es muy tranquilo. You just go.
But when what happens when I get to the top?
You get to the top, you're going to go down.
Okay.
You want to try? Try.
See, I'm going to try it.
Just go tranquila. No need to big speeds or nothing. Just tranquila. Go accelerator. Go on accelerator. Go on accelerator. That's it. Follow the truck. Follow the trees.
Yeah.
Follow the trees.
Oh.
Yes. It's this way, but you can still go that way. Still go that way.
Para aquí abajo, between these
now
two.
You go between those two trees and up on the truck. You're going to do it now, the same thing, maintaining this one, you're going to do a steep down. And when you get to the tree to go down, forget about everything, let the car go down on its own.
On its own? No braking?
No braking.
No braking?
No braking, no. You leave it in first gear, right?
I'm letting it go?
When you get there. Carry on. Yeah, carry on. You're going to go like that. Okay?
Yeah.
You can see the track. Go on the brake a little bit. And now just you can let it go.
Let it go completely?
Yeah, let it go completely.
That is the oddest feeling, to let it go completely.
Let it go. But that's the proper off-roading driving.
Okay.
What you are seeing is a bit of a craziness, a bit of playing.
Yeah.
But true off-roaders, if you go to a competition, this is what you do.
Right.
Because technical driving and points is what gets you to win. That's the goal. You've really done really good for the first time. She's got herself up into the steep hills, and you've really done really good.
Yeah,
I'm impressed with the way you've done it, honestly.
There is a misconception that you have to drive at high speeds over rough terrain to get your thrills with this sport. But the truth is that these cars are engineered to do a lot of the work for you, and that is a thrill in itself, and one which I have loved.